Hello, 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 my beautiful Cancer signs. I'm going to move my drink here. This is your homework family reading for all Cancer signs for July 16th through the 31st. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we're not going to do this again. I know it seems like I'm doing that for a while. There's a reason. There's an energy that I'm pushing back with it right now. And it's important that I'm pushing it back so that I can get a higher vibrational energy to bring to you. For a lot of you, I am obviously not channeling every single Cancer on the planet, but for those that I am, some of you are very, very, very much feeling overwhelmed, feeling strapped, stressed, confined, a lot of weight on the chest or the heart, weight on the heart. And it's actually messing up your solar plexus, which is getting into your I believe I can energy, into your actual power, your power of your energy, your self-esteem of believing what you are capable of. And your head is, for some of you, is either talking shit or doubting that you're capable. Spirit is saying that the heart chakra here is the key. The heart is what you need to do work with right now to balance it out. And on the flip side, all of this energy is rising to the surface because of you being a Cancer sign. And this is where the eclipses have been. So overall, it's not as bad as you think. If you're feeling that energy, if you're feeling, I mean, let's face it, Cancer, you all are a water sign. But you are very much an empathic energy. It's just built into your DNA. And I'm laughing because what's stepping forward is the cheetah. It literally, it walks up, it sits down, and it just stares me down. Eye to eye. Cheetahs are all about making fast, quick decisions, but decisive decisions. Very thorough decisions, but quick. Get to the point of it, get in there deeply, understand it, and get back out. Because cheetahs are fast. See, for me personally, when cheetah shows up, it's talking to me usually of how we move. We change our vibrational frequency. And as we change our vibrational frequency in a form, the way Spirit explains it, it's kind of like we're changing our DNA. We're rewriting it. And cheetah is staring me eye to eye. I mean, to a point like where I feel like right now I have to say, like you can see the black in the print of the eyes glaring back at you. Not like a negative, but like, oh, I see through you kind of thing. And we're not going to allow this, is what I feel like I'm getting from it. It speaks to us of thinking, of taking action, passion, aggressive, protection, flexibility, your empathic nature, being decisive, like I said, isolated, but I'm being told again this definitely means whatever the cheetah is trying, the cheetah is jumping into me, which means you definitely have the cheetah energy with you for the rest of this month. So you may want to invoke it. Like use it as a totem, invoke it. Do some meditation on the cheetah and ask it to help you. Because this is about making very quick decisions. because the cheetah is so fast. But it's speaking of also changing your life. When it comes to me, I see the vibrational frequency taking a shift, which will manifest and change everything. Even if it's just the small manifestations that actually change your whole way you feel, which is getting back into that I believe what I can be solar plexus. But I feel like you've got to listen to your heart. I'm also being see, and like I said, this has to do with the eclipses, and at the end of the month there's a full moon, not a full moon, a new moon. Because on the 16th, we have the lunar eclipse and the full moon, which is in Capricorn, your opposition. You're the feminine energy. The Capricorn is the masculine energy. The female, the male, so to speak. And is in opposition of you. But coming full circle, you had the first solar eclipse. Then we're going to make it through the lunar eclipse on the 16th. Then we're going to keep going, and you have a new moon that technically is starting off in Cancer. Most people are going to say it's a new moon in Leo, but it's a void of course from Cancer to Leo, so you're going full circle. So this energy is really just shit rising from 30 years. A lot of what's going on with the astrology is. And 30 years, 12 years, two different situations that'll bring up those numbers. And I'm hearing 7 for some of you. But it's illuminating. What I'm being told is it's helping you to illuminate the depths of finding your true shine. What I'm being given is, it feels like I'm on a boat. I don't see the boat, but I feel like I'm on a boat. And I'm in water. It's not a swamp or anything, it's just a water. And it feels like the boat is traveling really fast, like the cheetah. But as I look out, I see the sun shining down on the water, reflection coming from the water, the illumination, the shine of it. It's all so bright. But there's trees, full-grown trees coming out of the water. So I feel like this is a reflection and illumination of figuring out how to shine and grow in the depths of your waters. Which makes sense because, let's face it, this is, Cancer's birthday month, which means you've been walking through your universal 12th house. Some of you may have already cleared it. Some of you are still clearing it. And sometimes it takes us a little bit longer, depending on what we're clearing. So, it feels like a lot of things are coming to the surface, because I'm also being given, and this is strange, but I feel like it goes with the energy, but it's strange. I keep being given like an archaeology, like a dig. Let's face it, when they dig, they're looking for fossils, old things, like the cities or the... That's funny, because I started to say dragon. Or like dinosaurs. So they're unearthing the ancient. You've been walking through your 12th house. You're unearthing your ancient. You're getting rid of it. You're clearing it. And that would explain why some of these energies feel like so overwhelmed or so isolated or so strapped. Pressure. And let me explain. Next month, and this month already, Cancer signs are ruled by the moon in your normal astrology. And Spirit's starting to tell me to just start going with the way I think about it. Because I'm going to start telling people that you're also ruled by the Sirius star. The Sirius star is considered the dog star. It is at 14 degrees Cancer and it never moves. So a part of your energy is that Sirius star. And the energy that is brought in from that Sirius star is, it feels like the energies of a combination of Jupiter and Mars. And that's with you always. This is why Cancer gets so frustrated. Jupiter is higher knowledge and abundance and magnification. With Mars, passion, action, aggression, your inner fire, your inner SWAT team, your inner sexuality. This is why you get so aggressively, emotionally distraught. This is also why that empath energy is, because it's the Sirius star has that higher understanding. The Sirius star is considered God's consciousness. It is considered Thor's hammer. It is considered divine reflection. And it is the enlightened teacher. Now, you don't hear too much about the Sirius star in general, and you usually only hear about being ruled by the moon, because you're Cancer. But I'm saying that. You're ruled by the moon and the Sirius star. So you're ruled in a form by Mars, Jupiter, and Cancer. That never stop. They're always your rulers in a form. It makes the empath of the Cancer sign so much more dramatic. I always say that the empath of the Cancer is technically one of the strongest, most powerful empaths, and this is also why you have such a hard time dealing with it. The thing is this year, next month, but we're already kind of getting into that energy, and this is why you're probably feeling so overwhelmed, because it's sitting on top of the North Node. The North Node teaches you everything you have to learn in order to get it right and move forward in life. And the North Node and the South Node determine part of where the eclipses take place. But see, they're hitting you with that. And then you've got the Sirius star that's been in this energy, already starting to illuminate and speak to everybody. And then next month, when we walk through the Lion's Gate, it's literally going to be like right on top of that North Node. Let me see. Like I said, it's at 14 degrees and some change in Cancer. Right now, the North Node is on the 16th, the day of the lunar eclipse in Capricorn. North Node is at 17 degrees. Venus is at 16 degrees. I mean, you see what I'm saying? You're only a few degrees away. These energies are powerful, and they're just going. And this is why you're feeling this. For you, it's dealing with your relationships all the way around. Because Capricorn, where the lunar eclipse is taking place, is coming out of your relationship zone. It's talking to you about any and everything that you care about relationship-wise. From your friends, your family, your loved ones, your children, your working environment. Where are my notes? It's your business contracts, it's partnerships, it deals with divorce, separation, even lawsuits, and even your open enemies. Remember, I say anything you care about, you have a relationship with. And the lunar eclipse is in opposition. That's also where the North Node is. So there's something going on in those outer relationships that's not serving you. Something that you've gotten very good at. It's a bad addiction, bad habit that probably over the last 30-some years or whatever, last 7 years, last 12 years, you've started making it part of the way that you address things, but over time, it no longer serves you, and you haven't learned what part of that relationship isn't serving you on a self-awareness level. or you're learning it now. What is going against your view of life? What is going against your ID and your image? Your self-awareness. Something about these relationships are making you have trust issues, possibly, or bringing up those trust issues because of its rules, walls, boundaries within the relationships, and Jupiter there for death, decay, and destruction, for renewal, rebirth, regeneration. So this is a time to resurrect the relationship, or to let it die and rebirth new relationships that support your self-awareness, support your truth, and the image you wish to put out. Because if it's not, then it's something that's working against you. Now, like I said, you have the 16th, the lunar eclipse takes place in Capricorn. Here's the thing. You also have Ceres, not Sirius. Ceres is going direct the very same day in Sagittarius. Sagittarius has Jupiter in it, which is still in retrograde. So Ceres and Jupiter are now going to start coming towards each other. Ceres is your threefold theory. She's karma. She's also, she's the too close to home energy. She is, let me find her in my notes. She is mothering, she is hardworking, she is parenting, and she is the guardian. But she is the too close to home energy. She also speaks to us about how well we get along and go with the flow with the universal energy. But when she's not nurturing us, because it's like a parenting energy that's bringing in that karma and the threefold, when it's going against us because we haven't learned how to heal it, then it speaks to you of grief, problems, eating disorders, low self-esteem, even custody issues, child support, child neglect, maybe bringing up situations of that from the past as well that may have happened to you. And she also deals with the stomach in general. So for you, this is in what house? Your universal sixth house. So this is also speaking to you of your own, how you nurture yourself, how you take care of yourself, and are you doing a good job at it? And if not, why? This is also speaking to you about your everyday, daily, mundane tasks, your diet, your health, your hygiene, your daily routine, your daily work, the ability of being able to take on those daily tasks. This is your higher self, your Jupiter, bringing abundance to this knowledge of what you need to do to take care of you and bringing it into your self-awareness. I'm just walking right on down the list. Mercury is in retrograde. Yes, we all know about that. But this is the thing. On the 19th, Mercury moves back into your sign. So right now, it's in your universal 12th house in Leo. And it's been being clobbered by Mars, speaking to you about your karmic debts, your hidden self, your unconscious mind, your unconscious actions, your self-undoing, mental illnesses, mental beliefs, self-sacrifice. It's been speaking to you about your bad habits, your bad addictions, your bad patterns, what you have in denial that you don't want to dig up. It's your skeletons in the closet. It's where you hide your grief, your sorrow, and your secrets. Leo with Mars there is wanting you to heal this, but it's not comfortable. It's like an esteem energy, just like the kettle going okay? And Mercury is in retrograde, only talking to you in the universal 12th house, probably driving you a little bit batshit crazy. But on the 19th, it's going to move back into your self-awareness, and it'll be back into that universal first house for you. In honesty, by the way that it moves, because it's in retrograde, so it's going backwards. So it's going to take its chance and come back and start. Until the 19th, that darker stuff, those harsher energies, might be playing tricks on you and making you feel and question, and like I said, the harsher energies might be getting in a little too close to home, because that's where the skeletons in the closet are. That's where the denial is. But that's also where the healing needs to be taking place. After the 19th, when it moves back into your self-awareness, is when you'll actually be able to start making changes and healing start to move forward. Until then, you're gathering that information. Let the cheetah teach you how to speed your way through it. That makes sense. Let the cheetah teach you how to speed your way through it, because you are definitely getting some water reflection of yourself with some new growth right now. Is basically what I'm really, really, really getting. Oh no, it's not in your 12th house. Oh, but that makes sense anyway. Because Cancer isn't in your 12th house. Cancer, I mean, you are Cancer. Leo isn't your 12th house. Leo is your second house. But it's still giving you the same kind of ideas. It's speaking to your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, and getting below the belt at where you're not giving yourself that self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, which will still be triggering grief, sorrow, secrets in a different form. But see, Gemini is, did I not write it? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is that universal 12th house. So it's still having that conversation in a form with you. And it's the twins. It's the twins, which I call Jekyll and Hyde. So you're over emotional and over analyzing from those areas right now. And it makes sense of why you're going through all of this. But like I said, it's because next month, the North Node and the Sirius Star are going to be on top of each other, seriously illuminating you to a whole new level that you've probably never understood or seen or been able to believe about yourself before. And it's right for you to get right with self now, because you're about to start to see a whole new life if you are doing the work now. Because that North Node is going to illuminate you during that whole Lion's Gate. There's going to be another doorway on the 28th of August when those two meet. And it's definitely going to be showing you the direction that you need to be making if you haven't figured it out by then. And it will really be setting you into a whole new, I'm being told, a brand new transformation in your life, as well as a transformational healing that's going to change everything about your life if you allow it to, because you always have free will. Now you also have, on the 22nd and the 27th, you have Leo moving into, you have the Sun and Venus moving into Leo. So they're coming out of your universal first house right now of your self-awareness, but then they're jumping right into your self-esteem. Your self-esteem, your hidden talents, your self-worth, your value is going into everything that you value, and what does that mean to you. Re-dissecting the sensitivity, the illumination. You're coming into a brand new illumination and a brand new you. This is a very positive thing, but there might be things that you're feeling scared about and having trouble believing in. And Cheetah is there to tell you this is happening like with lightning speed, and it can all happen for you. But free will, babe, you've got to believe in it. Hold on, is there anything else really fast? Because, I mean, there is a lot going on during the month. Mainly everything is in your conscious actions, though. It looks like. Let me pull this back up for just 1 second. Yeah, mainly everything's going on in your conscious actions, but this all comes down to self-motivation, action-oriented self-assertiveness. And what will you do with it is what all of this is really coming down to for you as you move forward. Now, what does Cancer need to know? Alright. I'm pulling from a past life deck. And it may be dealing with past lives for some of you. But usually in this kind of a reading, if I'm being called for a past life, it's because there's something about it in these cards that none of them have. So that's why they pulled me into it. First off, the very first thing is some of you are in karmic relationships. Karmic relationships are not good. Karmic relationships means that there's something that's happened in the past life possibly, or it's a returning relationship, and it's a healing that has not been made. And this is why it's returning. Once it's healed, it's no longer needed. A karmic relationship is coming back in some form or is already here. But they're asking you to remember. Remember where you're from. You're from the stars. This is only as real as you make it. And if you stay in the third dimension and you let the negativities or the relationships stand in the way, because like I said, your relationship zone is where the South Node is. There's something there that doesn't serve you anymore. What is your self-awareness? What is your true self? Find that. That's the first thing that the cards are saying. We don't do... I'm sorry, I'm talking to spirit. When it comes to the past life deck on a general reading, I do not pull out different countries. So I had to put that one back in. This one is find your inner knight. Your knight in shining armor is always you. Find your inner power. This is what we were saying the whole time. Find your inner power. Pull it from your heart chakra and illuminate it up and down evenly so that you can get back to that solar plexus. Yeah, back to the solar plexus and get your I am. You are your own knight in shining armor. You don't need a knight in shining armor to come and make things better for you. Hell, we all would like one. But my point is you are your own knight in shining armor. You fix you by knowing that you're worthy and believing in you. Is there anything else that needs to come out from this deck at this time? Yes, no? No. Anything else? Okay, I'm not taking any of that. That's like 8 cards. Forgiveness. Remember, we don't forgive. We don't forgive because they deserve it. We forgive because we deserve it. This is about letting go, surrendering. This is still a full moon that's coming in. It is a lunar eclipse, but it's a full moon. So this is extra. Release, surrender, let go. This is what will you sacrifice? We sacrifice something we love because we'll gain something we will love so much more. We forgive so that we can find a better love. And this one is showing up food and hunger, which means somebody has been making many of you feel as if they control the situation. They've taken away the situation from you and made you feel like you didn't have enough. You didn't have enough, whether it is because you didn't feel like you're worth enough or because you felt like they took it away from you and you were afraid that you wouldn't have enough. And like I said, I've been feeling overwhelmed, caged, pressure. And so this is all saying, seems like they're speaking to you about the energy of right now and what you need to acknowledge. What do we need to know to move forward? Earth Magic is wanting to talk to everybody on this time around. What does Cancer need to know in order to move forward in the most positive and healthy healing ways? dream time creation. For me, this is going to say a little bit of two things. This is take some meditation so that you can figure out, like I said, connect with that cheetah. Figure out what it is that you want to create. Get clear on what it is you want to create. But this is also speaking to you about taking time for yourself. You know, for the imagination, for the fun, for the inner child, and allow that break to help you create it. Because when you step away from things, then you're able to come back with a fresh new and come back. Take a weekend off. Take a weekend and run away. You know, or maybe you're just locking yourself up and taking a shower. Not a shower, but like salt bath or something. I mean, what was I just saying? Take some time for stillness for yourself so that you can get right with self, is what they're saying. But I feel like they're also telling you connect with your inner child. Take some playtime. You know, stillness is getting away from everything else and giving yourself some time to enjoy while you take that time to really connect with the cheetah. Connect with your true self and go after what it wants. The cheetah also is not the only, but out of the animals, of the cats, it doesn't pounce. It chases and goes and gets what it wants. It doesn't wait for it to come up and then pounce on it. It goes and gets it. And that's a key information for you right there. Take the time for yourself. Invoke the cheetah. This is what they're saying right off the bat. Invoke your higher self if it's not the cheetah. You know, invoke your inner child. See what it has to tell you. Take the ceremony to help you take the ceremony that helps you, get right with self so that you can get yourself completely moving in the right direction. Apparently, I'm trying to pull a card that doesn't want to come out. So let's just not do that. Is there anything else here? Are we on to the next deck? Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer. Again, solitude. Take some time for self. This is all telling you, fucking love yourself, baby. This is, give yourself some time for you to figure out what is best for you. Not even what's best for you. Obviously, you want what's best for you. But figure out what you want. And then go get it. But be very clear about what it is you want. Take that time so that you can figure that part out. What's the challenge? What is Cancer's biggest challenge as they make it through the second part of July? What is Cancer's biggest challenge right now? The Nine of Cups. Happiness. It's your wish card. Your challenge is the wish card. Your challenge. Do you dare to wish? Do you dare to believe you could be fulfilled? It's coming up as your challenge. It's also dealing with a Capricorn, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But this is your challenge. Do you have the balls, the courage, to dare to wish that your wish card could come true? Intellectually scattered. You're thinking, you're all over the place. This is also saying it's very elusive. It's the Prince of Swords. It's flexibility in the penetration. You're willing to bend. You're willing to bend. You're intellectually scattered. You're a little elusive. You're a little all over the place. Well, how are you ever going to get your wish card to come true? How are you ever going to find fulfillment if you can't get right? You've got to get clear. And then dare to go after what you want. Is there anything else? Don't be afraid of failure. This is the Seven of Discs. Break your limited mindset is basically what I have on here. This is fear, factor, failure. You're afraid that you may not find any results if you go after what you want, so you kind of sit still. You can't make up your mind. So remember, not making a decision is making a decision. Don't let it be because of fear that you don't allow your wish card to come true. Because you're too all over the place and you can't make the decision because you're scared of failure. Being scared and not making a decision is still a decision, whether you mean for it to be or not. Is there anything else here that Cancer needs at this moment? It's this one. Virtue. This is a fire sign. This is the sun in Aries. This is speaking to you of make sure that you have clarity in whatever you are doing with integrity. And is there anything that Cancer needs to know as we finish off this reading to help them through the last bit of July? Exhaustion. Long and challenging is this journey. Long and challenging as this journey is, it is worth the struggle. The results are long-term and worth every sacrifice made along the way. What was I saying? What will you sacrifice? Release, surrender, let go. You have the new moon coming in. You have so much powerful energy coming in. You've got to get on the right side of you. And you've got to know that you have the power, the authority, the ability, and the fucking right to allow the wish card to be given to you. You deserve it. But only if you believe you do. Otherwise, you won't get it. I love you guys. Bye.